We should be able to, deliver some information to you guys. That way you guys could, you know, some of the things that we went through, and the questions that was in honest questions and answers, it can possibly help somebody. And that's where our delivery, what we're trying to do, help somebody. And because it's a lot of marriages, especially within our community, a lot of failing marriages and relationships. So, we look for you guys, feedback. We look for your honesty, your, talk to us. Don't, let us just sit up here and talk to, just
Walkers.
just talk to ourselves. Even my
Watchers.
abuse post that I set up here and I talk. I held that in for so many years. And at one point I was going to write a book, but I felt my story could get out to somebody. I'm looking at, and I get on social media, and I see so many women that go through, basically even worse, the same things that I went through. In my story, again, I feel that it can help somebody. Look what's going on with Cassie and what's his name?
Put Puffy back in y'all day.
Yeah, P. Diddy. It's so much is going on, and I don't want to seem harsh to my beautiful black sisters, but our women, it's like we look for negativity within one another, and it shouldn't be like that. I grew up with that in high school, but right now I'm in my 50s, so I think all that negativity, all that should be put to the side. If we're here to, talk about something, I think everybody have issues with relationships, or you probably don't have a relationship, but I'm quite sure it may be something in your family or your friends may be going through something, and we all can discuss. I don't care what color you are. This is a relationship and marriage. Everybody is going to need assistance or need help, and figure out what's going on. And it probably keeps some people, marriages and relationships together. And let's do this. And also one more thing. When I post my family, I'm not bragging on family. It's just that we're a close-knit family. We work so hard to keep our circle grounded and together. And tomorrow is not promised to nobody. So when you have a family and you're able to engage and have fun, and enjoy one another, that's I think that's something positive. And maybe what we do can push off and on somebody else, on another family. So, again, we're not perfect. We're not, we certify within each other on what we're able to, give you guys. But come on, give us a chance. Share us out. Share us out. Comment. That's all we ask. We're not asking you for anything. You agree with that?
I agree. I said what I said already. I'm done with that. Okay, we don't need walkers. We want watchers.
Each person that get on here, please share us out if you can.
You do. If you I'm gonna keep saying it every time you hear me go live or post something. I'm gonna say like, share, hit that like button. Engagement. If we gonna treat this like a business, we can't do it without y'all. So, bottom line, be active, engage, hit that button.
And we did say we was gonna do 2, so we might come on Sunday as well. But this is not the only thing we do. So we're just doing this to put out, expertise, out to the public. But we're busy during the week.
Right.
So, we're gonna do a live on Sundays as well. So.
But you gotta follow us, hit the like notifications. Hit the like so you can get the notifications. Follow us so you can get notifications. We're gonna follow you back. I promise. You follow us, we're gonna follow you back. We gotta support one another. Let's go with the questions. Let's go, baby.
You ready?
Yep. Let's roll. First question of the night. I need y'all to engage in this too, not just watch. I need you to engage. Answer the questions, please. Let's go. I don't want to seem like I'm fussing because I can be a fuss box.
Oh yeah, this my fuss.
But I want you to engage in it. If you want to answer the question, please comment on the questions. That's what, it tells us you engaged, okay? Let's go.
Okay, first question. It's a two-part question. Why do you think some men choose younger women to date, and why do you think some women choose older or younger men to date? Younger or
older.
Women can go both ways. Yeah. Why do women choose older men to date?
That's the first question. I'm confused on the question. Give it to me one more.
Why do you think men choose younger women to date? So that means older men choose younger women to date. And why do you think women choose older men to date?
Okay.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Again, I have talked to several women. My opinion. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I think women choose to date older men because a lot of women they feel that younger guys they play games, and they feel that
Here come that motorcycle, y'all. Sorry. Motorcycle birds.
they feel that older men are able to teach them something. They feel that they can groom, these men can help them groom into the woman they feel they should be. And also they feel older men can take care of them. It's a lot of young women that they are looking for older men to take care of them. They don't want to teach a man when it comes to intimacy, and sometimes you got to teach the younger guys the intimacy part. So I think that's for finances, the intimacy.
Okay.
You were answering for why do women choose
Older guys. Why do you think? You're young, so why do you think?
I'm gonna answer both actually. Why do I think women choose older guys? Now, since I'm younger, I would choose an older guy because I don't know. My generation is just no. It's no. They're just I don't know. I would say no.
But why do you say no? I hear you
Because
saying
it's just
no.
like the younger men. They're not as knowledgeable as like.
In terms of what though?
The intimacy.
I mean, because
It could be intimacy. It could be just comprehending certain things. But I've had my fair share of both, so I can honestly say I don't know. It just depends on that man. Because no matter if you're older or younger, they still kind of lack something.
Okay.
But I think before I knew like what I knew now, it's just for an image. I want to be with the older man because it's like it's just a cool image to have. It's like, okay, I gotta.
Like he's established.
Yeah, he's established. This person got his car.
What if he's not though?
That's what I said. I had my fair share of both, to the point where it's like, okay, you can't really.
And we're gonna get to y'all comments. Sorry, we're gonna get to y'all comments.
What do you think is the older ones is better than?
Honestly, older or younger, it don't really matter. It just depends on your mentality, on how you carry yourself, on how you think.
Okay.
Also how you was raised. Honestly, that's a big thing for a younger or older.
Okay. All right.
And,
So
yeah, go ahead.
all right.
Let me say one more thing.
Okay.
And then they say for why do you think men choose younger women? A lot of people say it's to mold them. Like we have a comment in here that said it's to mold them, but to me it's also because they are afraid of their age. They're afraid of going for an older woman because they feel that older woman is already established, well established. I can't get with an older person and make you feel like basically try to tell you what to do or controlling thing. Like it's not all men.
So many words, they intimidated.
Yeah, they're intimidated. Like right now, that Joan, Diana Ross' daughter, she
Mhm.
chooses to date younger
Tracy
men.
Ellis Ross.
Yeah, she chooses to date younger
But that's a
men.
choice.
That is a choice, but she chooses to date them because she says that the older men, they're more like they're intimidated by her.
Oh,
She
shit, no. She
she's
meant the
established.
right one then.
That's what it's some. It's some.
Okay. All right.
But
Okay, so, all right, okay. All right, so we're going to get to y'all comments here in a second, gang. We're going to get to y'all comments in a second, so we ain't forgot about y'all, okay? The question is, why do older men date younger women?
yes, why do men choose younger women to date?
Well, I don't know. I've never dated a younger woman, and so but I would, if I'm speaking on that, I would simply just say it's a control thing, to control them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying don't get it twisted where I'm saying they can't love each other, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm sure they fall in love, and I'm sure it's couples that have a huge age gap. But I think more so it starts out as a control thing. It can be that man sees something missing in hers. Maybe she didn't have her dad around, and he's that father figure, but it turns into something else. And then he's trying to mold her. So and all those aren't bad things. Those could just be the preface to them entering into a relationship. So I'm not saying it's good or bad, but that's just my take on it. Well, let's hit some comments.
Someone says women choose older men because they are in the same mental age. Younger men have a younger mental age. For example, if a woman is 35 and she dates someone who's 45, is really like she's dating someone. Sorry. It's like she's dating someone who's 35 because his mental age of a 35-year-old. So you guys aren't really like. Is that what
So
you're saying?
we're not. What are you saying? We're not emotionally intelligent, or we're not articulate. So if he's 45 and you're 35 in this person's example, you're saying the 45-year-old acts like the 35-year-old. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see where
it's a
that
lot of
person's
older
going with
women
that.
that
But it's women that's 50 and 60 years old still act like they 30. I mean, which I'm gonna say this, gang. I'm gonna say 60 is the new 40, and 50 is the new 30. That's because we're living longer. Well, black don't crack for one, so I'm just gonna say that, But I mean, I know I kind of went off topic, but the younger thing, the older guy dating the younger girls. I mean, I think it's a matter of choice. I mean, it ain't everybody's cup of tea, so. Yeah.
Someone says, I agree with that, but also it's because younger women usually have been through less damage and more pliable, and most of the time easier to deal with. However, that too is contingent upon their upbringing.
That's a great point.
That is true.
Okay, so, I mean, just coming from me, since I'm the youngest one here, he says that he agrees. But also it's because younger women usually have been through less damage and they're more easier to deal with.
Yeah.
So that kind of like, not saying what he said is wrong, like you're entitled to your own opinion, but that still goes back to me thinking like you're picking a younger woman because you choose not to deal with the older woman.
Yeah, they looking at the pureness. Okay, this person don't know. She's
fresh.
not advanced, right? Exactly. She's not advanced to give me all that.
So she ain't lived yet.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. She ain't lived yet. Now some of them, not all of them. Some of them have had some rough lives, but some of them just haven't been through enough yet. And then they meet an older guy, and I think that's the way how he gets to. I don't know. I ain't gonna say control, but kind of mold them.
They try to mold them. I think.
Yeah.
That's where the molding process
Yeah.
comes in at, because it's like, okay, you haven't been through too much, so I'd rather deal with you than an older woman, because an older woman, it's basically like, to me, it's just like you're saying that you rather deal with a younger person, because this older person, the older woman is already, she know everything. She's been there, she's done that, she know what she's not going to put up with. A younger woman doesn't know what she's not going to put up with because she hasn't been through that situation yet.
Okay. All right.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, someone says, men mature slower than women.
In most cases, I would
That is
say, in most
true.
cases, I'm not gonna say in all cases, in most cases, I would say that that's true. In most cases, I ain't gonna say all.
Give me a percentage.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's more
I know,
than
I'm just-
women mature faster than men. I know that for a
I'm
fact,
just-
but I'm just saying that I think that, yeah. Okay. Okay. What else we got?
Yeah, that is.
Well,
Any-
no, nothing else on there. But
Okay.
I would like to keep this topic going. I don't want to just like switch it really
Okay.
fast.
Do we have many more comments on that? Now, this is like I said. I appreciated those of you who've engaged with that question. If any of you have something else, please feel free to share it. Otherwise, we move to the next question if there are no more comments.
Well, I want to say something to that. I have known several people that choose a younger, men choosing a younger woman. But sometimes you can choose a younger woman and not knowing their background, their upbringing, and you think you got you're trying to mold somebody that's incapable of molding.
So you like trying to turn a hoe into a housewife?
Well, no, not something
I'm
like
not saying
that.
no.
But
I'm
no,
giving
like
you an example. You've
I
heard the
agree.
saying
I
before.
agree with that because I'm thinking about it. A younger person, you're older,
I'm not calling nobody
and
no hoe.
then
I'm just saying.
and then they're younger. It's like the younger crowd. We still want to go out. We still want to party. You're probably past that age. You're past that stage already. So you can't actually try to. Well, you can, but it just depends on that person. But a lot of people nowadays, like a lot of younger women, are going to allow you to try to change them or tell them when they can and cannot do something.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be like, this is me, like, so it's either you get with the program or you don't. And I think that's when the molding or the controlling thing tries to come into play.
I think at a different time, like back in the day, I think it was doable. But like right now, with the women these days, the young women, they kind of feisty.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with it, but a lot of them don't want to know. Nobody trying to mold them or trying to tell them what to do. Or
I just think that women are more outspoken today than they were back then.
yes, they are.
Right.
That is true. So I say, I mean, if you are a older person that is trying to pursue a younger woman, and that even goes for older women trying to pursue a younger man. It's in this day and age, this generation, it's going to be kind of hard for you to try to get them to see something your way because they're not even there yet.
Right.
Okay.
Want to go to the next one?
Let's get the next question. Nobody else have nothing to say about that.
All right.
Give us a good one.
Okay. Lack of sex will have a man and a woman do what?
Lack of
Sex.
Lack of sex for a woman.
And I just talked to someone about this today.
For women,
Maybe you should answer for the men and I should answer for the women.
You're not the woman. How you gonna answer for the woman?
Just okay. No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, just something different.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Which I do know for a man. But I think lack of sex for a woman, I think it would. We already deal with hormone issues, but I think a lot of women would be a lot bitchy.
You say bitchy?
Yeah.
Slamming doors and
Yeah,
shit.
slamming doors and snapping off for no reason.
Yeah.
And especially if they're not being paid any attention, yeah, I think they would, you'll see a different side of a woman.
Yeah.
A lot of women, I don't think you probably get a meal either. You probably won't get a meal.
What do you mean? Who won't get a meal?
I mean, if you're in a relationship and you lack of sex? Well, you talking about from a single person
mean,
or somebody that's in a relationship?
It could be
Either way.
relationship. It
Okay,
could be
well, I'm
single.
gonna do both. So if you're single, you just gonna be mad at the world. If
Okay.
you're single, you're gonna be mad at the world. You're gonna be mad at every man that rejects you. You're gonna be mad at a woman who will be mad. Just every man that comes in her space, she's gonna be mad. But she's not gonna understand the reason why she's mad until she actually get it. Then she'll be a different person. But if you're in a relationship and married,
I want to hear this.
she's gonna be bitchy. She will be bitchy. She will be slamming doors. And if she going through other hormone things, she's stressed. She may have headaches. Some headaches, that's an issue. That's a cause. A migraine is not, but if it's a headache, just simple headache, that's one of the issues. You won't get a meal.
Who won't get a meal? You keep saying who won't get a meal. You saying
The
you,
woman. I mean, if
you
you
saying
married,
the woman won't cook? The woman ain't gonna cook for the man, or
no,
you
she
saying
ain't
you?
gonna cook because she married. If you're not paying her no attention, no, she's not gonna give you.
No, I was just trying to clarify who won't
Okay,
get a
yeah,
meal because
okay,
you
yeah.
said that last time. I'm like, who won't get a
Okay,
meal?
but I had went back and explained from if it was a single person.
Okay.
Okay, single versus if you're in a relationship or you're married. If you're in a relationship or you're married, you won't get a meal. You're not gonna get a meal if you ignoring me, and like, do I gotta make the gestures all the time? And you're not doing anything. It's obvious you don't want me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. No, I was just trying to clarify. I didn't know where you was going.
Yeah,
That's all.
she's gonna be irritated, agitated. The hormones gonna be all off balance.
Okay.
I
It'll
think
make the end. It'll make her just jump your bones too.
That's good. That's probably a good thing.
She will jump your
That's probably a
bones.
great thing. That's an amazing thing.
Just take it.
Yeah.
You-
No, ain't no wrong with that.
So men look to get raped. I mean, in a good way.
Okay.
lack of sex will have. I think anybody relationship. I wouldn't really talk about single because you single. I mean, you could get that from anybody. If you really wanted to, but in a relationship,
Thank you.
bless you. In a relationship, I feel like if your partner isn't acknowledging you in that way, especially like when they know that you're like, I feel like sex keeps a relationship going.
Yeah.
So if you're lacking that, or if one partner wants it and you are not acknowledging it, it could lead to a bunch of different things like cheating. It could definitely, and the universe has sent different things to test you. Whatever you believe in, the universe, God, or whatever, they'll send signs to test you, just to see, if you willing to stick it out, like see what that problem is before you will jump to conclusions and stuff like that. But I think the number one thing it leads to is cheating.
Okay.
Because I'm not getting that attention at home, so where else are you going to go and look for it? You're going to go outside. You're going to go look for it from somebody else that's willing to give it to you.
Okay.
Also, what mom said, it could lead to, stress or, person being mad or whatever. But it really, the main thing is it leads to cheating. It leads to someone's mind wandering. And it's like, okay, if you're not, especially a woman, because we're emotional. So if we're always thinking like, okay, why don't you want to touch me? And then vice versa for the man too. Not saying that y'all emotional, but it could have y'all minds wandering.
Yeah, because men are visual. They can go on YouTube. Not YouTube.
All right. So what was the question again, in case somebody just joined? What was the question again?
It is
the
lack of sex will have men
you?
and women do what?
Yeah. I guess for a man, I think he would be very uneasy or uptight, easily agitated, for one. So, because if most men don't know or women don't know, sex relaxes a man. The urge to release is a serious thing, and if your king don't do it, if you don't help him, somebody else gonna help them. Bottom line, that's that. I think that's the most important. That's one of the most important parts of the relationship. Sex is probably at the top, besides your health but sex is probably gonna be at in the top two. That's just my opinion. It's the way we communicate. It's the way we express ourselves, happy or mad, happy or upset. It's the way men express themselves, and so it's extremely, extremely important. So if he's not getting it, you something's gonna be off, and if you deprive him for too long, he gonna go somewhere else and handle that. As I say, Miss Parker next door gonna be handling that for him. So I always say that. Let's hit some comments.
There's a lot of people that, some people that agree. Someone says for the question, if you, what happens when a woman or a man lacks sex? Someone said be a bitch.
Who be a bitch? Either or.
I think that'll be the woman.
Okay, the woman will be a bitch.
Especially if they have a high sex drive for a woman.
Yeah, not to get it.
Yeah, because like I said, I spoke to someone earlier today, and they were discussing how frustrated it is because it's like they started something, but now there's nothing happening.
Okay, I see.
Right.
So it's like, that's leading her to like, okay, well, it's other people that's hitting me up, or other people that's willing to do anything with me if I ask them. But
that shouldn't be the only thing that you shouldn't run out the door just that fast. A conversation needs to be had.
That's what I was saying.
They need to talk. Whoever that is needs to have a discussion and talk. Don't just go off and do something crazy. I would just suggest you just if he or she ain't getting it, communicate. Tell what you say, what you want.
Yeah, communication is the key on that.
But what if you have communicated it though?
Yeah, I mean, then
you're human. Everybody, you're human. If you have communicated through, well, it's a difference. If you're married and you communicated that you're not getting enough, and nothing has been done, and you communicated again and again and again and again, it's not being done. That's opening up the door to the infidelity. If they're letting you know, okay, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm missing, and you're overlooking what your significant other is saying, you're pushing them out the door.
Yeah. Okay.
That goes for the man and for the woman.
All right.
So, we all are human. So.
Someone says, as a male, I cheated. As a man, I'd express my concerns and watch porn to take care of myself until the issue is resolved. If it's not in a reasonable amount of time, I'll just leave. If it's something I can't deal with.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
respect
get that, yeah.
that you,
because you're trying. That shows that you're trying.
And I respect that. But what do you do if you watch porn and you do what you need to do and time has lapsed? If it's not a health issue, what do
and
you
it
do?
just ain't.
I mean, because it can be a health issue.
I mean,
especially if a woman is hit menopause or hit a certain, or vice versa, a man can go through something.
I think a conversation needs a communication. You just got to sit down and talk about it. I think that's the easiest. That can resolve so many issues if you just talk. Now, that's a hard conversation, and I'm going to take it a step further. Just me, from a man's point of view. I don't think a woman can handle a man telling her that there is an issue and she could be part of the issue. I don't think a woman is receptive to. This is just me speaking, gang. So don't. Again, I'm just saying. But a conversation needs to be had, and I think if you talk about it, you can work. I think it can be worked through.
Because I think a man wouldn't.
But both parties have to be willing not to just listen to what either party is saying, but you actually have to hear them and you have to comprehend and be willing to put that work in if that's the person you want to stay with.
Yep, I agree. I could say it's what you said. Women can't. From what I've been listening to, women sometimes, I would say that they can't take it, but it's also men too that won't be able to understand the fact, like, okay, if I'm telling you something that you do, so it just really depends on how strong that relationship is.
Mm-hmm.
If that relationship is strong to the point y'all could take constructive criticism from both of y'all, I think it'll work out fine. But if you do have somebody that doesn't want to listen or doesn't take constructive criticism well, or especially when it comes to bettering your relationship, then I'm not saying cheat, but that's another reason as well to, like, okay, I'm trying to work this out, and it's obviously not working because you feeling bad or you feeling some type of way because I'm telling you about something that you do, and I'm pretty sure there's something that I could do too. So at that point, I wouldn't say cheat. I would say, talk. But if it still ain't working, yeah, that's the time to have another discussion and be like, this ain't.
Yeah, you gotta talk. Cheating is the last. I don't even recommend that. Even if it's a trip, you gotta take a trip to the doctor's office to figure out what's going on. But if you're not, you're mentally, if you're tapped out in that relationship, yeah, you still gotta communicate. Like, I'm not feeling this relationship no more. But that person needs to understand how you feel.
Right.
So that's not cool to lead them on, and they like wanting something and want to be touched and want that connection. And if you're not giving them that, yeah, I mean, you gotta let them know,
All
be
right.
honest upfront.
How about the comments? I mean, we got two other
Nothing's up there.
votes. Okay. How long we been going?
31, 30.
Okay.
Yeah, but we need to
Yeah, I know. All right. What's the next question? Let's keep this train moving. If that was a good topic, gang, hey, hit me. I'm looking for engagement. Hit me with a like or something.
If you guys have a question too, we can add it to.
Okay, you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Can a relationship work with multiple baby mamas or daddies?
Damn.
With multiple, so that's
You said multiple.
Yes.
You didn't say one. You said multiple. So that's why I was like, damn.
Yeah, because
Okay.
most of them work with one.
And that's actually a reality. So yeah, that's actually a
Can a
reality.
relationship work?
Can a
with
relationship work with multiple baby mamas or baby daddies?
Yeah,
That's
so
the
like
question.
not the kids. It don't really matter about how many
Right.
kids. It's just how
I would
many.
say yes
partners.
and no. I would say yes and no. I would say yes, it can work if there is an understanding and the communication has been there where.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let me pick a smile too. If you communicated and you both had the agreement that just a parent, yeah, I think it could work. No, I would say no if it's toxic.
Okay.
I would say no.
Okay.
So,
All right. Yeah, I think with multiple, I think it can work. It just depends on the primary. I'm talking about the primary parent, whoever got the kids. If the dad got the kids, and I don't mean to say this in a bad way, but he got to have the mamas in check, meaning they got to understand their roles. If they're not the main one, and they just the baby mama, and I don't mean to make that sound as little. They need to have some boundaries established in roles. Okay, if you're supposed to pick up little Susie at 3 on Saturday, pick her up at 3 on Saturday. The boundaries and the roles have to be established, and the rules have to be adhered to. So have some rules, and that way you won't have no difficulties. I don't think. But again, I'm gonna agree with you, honey. If somebody's toxic, and then that's sometimes people don't want to deal with that. I mean, you can't. Sometimes you just can't get away from that. But I think boundaries kind of sets the tone for to keep all that in check. Both parties have to be on the same page. If you and another young lady got kids and y'all got other parents involved of those children, y'all gotta have boundaries set. That's the only way it works.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna keep that away from the kids. You learn from the kids.
You can try to. I mean, you can try and keep it away from the kids. It's not going to always be
That's
perfect
the
like
issue,
that.
yeah.
But I think that's the plan. But if you have those boundaries set, I think that
Kids are innocent.
I think it can be managed, not controlled, but managed. Everybody got to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Someone says yes, it can, as long as sex isn't involved and you know how to co-parent correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. If you know how to co-parent correctly, and like you said with the communication, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
With boundaries, setting your boundaries, like listen, if this is the person that you with, everybody else has to be in check.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people that have well, I was gonna say, because I was thinking of the scenario that I just seen on Facebook where he has a girl and his baby mama. I don't know if he had multiple, but just looking at this scenario, it looked like just for now he was just dealing with one, and she is like pretty much like a narcissist in a way or whatever. She's controlling.
Okay.
And she was basically, trying to. She says that she don't want the child like near or with him and her when they're together, like him and his current girl. She doesn't want her baby around them.
That's the dumbest shit out.
Yeah,
So she would try to like come in between that, or be like, if you could come make him stop doing what he's doing so he could go get the kid, and he sent her a message, and it was a big debate about it, saying if he was wrong or not. I commented on it and said he wasn't wrong, because he said, he was like, listen, you already said that you have a problem with our child being with the girl that I'm with now, so for you to try to stop things and
She's
you know
not
that I'm
over
with
him.
her is
She's
like,
not over him.
yeah. So that's it. That's why some people think that if you have a kid, with someone and you try to get in a relationship with them, it's not going to work. Because normally, if you tell somebody that you have a kid, they always ask like, how is you and the child's mother or child's father, like, how is y'all relationship?
Yeah.
Right. She still had feelings for him. That's the only reason.
Well, he need to tell her sit her ass down somewhere. Bottom line, that's what he need to tell her. Sit your ass down somewhere.
But she's not over him.
It don't matter.
She
but
seems like the type where she's
she
like,
has
okay,
to
if you're
heal
not doing
first.
what I'm doing, if you're not doing what I
But-
say I'm doing, then I'm gonna keep this child. Because
Yeah,
there's
she's-
women out
she's
there
not
like
I
that.
know. I think it's just asinine to have for women and men to say they don't want their kid around somebody if you're in a relationship. That's just dumbest shit ever. That sounds so stupid. Just take a step back and listen to how that sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think people have to have some common sense, right? As long as that person ain't hurting your child, they loving your child like it's their own, it shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't be an
It
issue.
shouldn't be an issue. And if you can't deal with that, then that's on you.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
majority of the time, if women is, they're not comfortable because they still have feelings for him.
Right.
They feel like this woman is taking their place, and then they want to play mother to them. That's that's what that is. And men are like that as well.
Right. Yeah, no, I said that's why I said men and women. If you're doing that, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's
like
a
that too.
if you and I always say that, if it just you got to set some boundaries, man, and communicate. That's the whole thing. If anybody got comments about that, and nobody got no comments about that. If you in a relationship with somebody that got multiple baby mamas, baby daddies, I mean everybody
And
here
how
just.
do you feel, you guys?
And how do you guys feel about that?
Believe that it can work, or you think it?
Remember, this
can
is
work?
meant to be engaging. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what else? Okay. So we don't have anything else. Do we have another question?
Yeah, we have another question.
Okay. All right, we got one more. We're gonna do one more question, gang, and we gonna wrap this up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So actually, we're gonna make that the last one then.
We can, or I got, yeah.
One more last question.
Yeah, one more question.
Last question, gang. This is gonna be the last question, okay? And then we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes. Why has cheating become so common in today's world? Why has cheating become so common in today's world?
Last question.
I think, in my
Yeah.
opinion, it's because everybody is doing it. It's like social media is number one as a part of it. Temptation with that. Something within. Was it another part to that? Is it because I thought it was it another part to that? Because it's common in today's world because it's like more women are doing it now. What's that?
Yeah, it says why has cheating become so common these days?
Why is it so common these days?
Women are cheating more.
Because women are cheating more.
Why though?
I
mean, you did allude to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think when women are cheating more now because it is common
Okay.
that people feel like they feel that, especially I'm gonna say men. I'm not speaking for a man, but sometimes men feel that they can do it and they can get away with it. They feel that they the dogs. They feel that they like okay, if they one person not doing, the next one will do it.
Okay.
And a lot of women are, and it's to go back to the men. The men probably are not satisfied with the woman, or they're not committed to that person, and that's like they probably feel like I'm going to continue to cheat until I find the right one. And the women are doing it more. Is because they like okay, if I'm doing everything on my own, like and you have done it before and you're continuing to do it, or in my mind, my mindset is I know you're gonna do it. I might as well do it. So women they just doing it just to be doing it, and some women doing it just because it's an emotional thing. They want an attachment. They want to feel appreciated. They want to feel pretty and loved. And if one person, if their significant other is not giving them that, they're going to look for it from somebody else. So that's what makes the woman go out and cheat, to feel to feel appreciated.
Okay.
What do you think, babe?
I think that we've become a society of instant gratification.
Who, men or
Men and women, instant gratification. We want it now, we want it, and we want it now. Back in the old days, and I know we ain't in the old days, but you've seen the change. Where women were staying at home, women didn't have to work. Now, fast forward to today, and I'm not just blaming it on women. You got two people out working. She got her work boyfriend, or her work husband. Next thing you know, they pumping and sweating, right? And vice versa. But we want instant gratification. Everything, the world moves so fast now that we want it now. You see the Instagram models, guys see them. I mean, you go on their page. I guess they got all guys on their page, right?
Majority of the times, yeah.
That's temptation. So everything moves at such a fast pace, lightning speed now. We want instant gratification. Men want it and women want it. So it ain't, I wouldn't say one over the other. I would say that I think women cheat more than men. I think women cheat better than men. That's just my opinion. Men, we do it and we don't care, but that's just how we're wired. And I don't mean to say that you don't care, because the last thing you want to do is hurt somebody. But at the same time, I think that at the end of the day, instant gratification, if you can get away with it, you'll do it again. And if a woman, this is just me, say she won't do it, if the opportunity presents itself, I think most women will. And the key word is most. I didn't say all, so don't jump down my throat about this, gang. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
But we're gonna go back because you said so. You're telling people that if a man did it again, he will do it again. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I'm not saying that. No, that's not what I said.
Yes, it is what you just
That's
said.
not what I'm saying. I'm not
What
saying
are you
just because he
saying?
did it one
you
time,
said
he's
because
gonna do
they're
it
wired
again.
different, so the women
I said,
need
no,
to-
I just simply said men have always been wired differently.
Yes, they have.
We're visual people,
Yes.
right? We're hunters,
Yes.
and I'm saying that don't take
I mean,
away
but
from
yeah,
that don't take away
That's
from
the beginning
being it-
stage of being hunters and being out. So if these women are in a long-term relationship or they're looking to grow with a gentleman, and so should they look at these men as they're hunters, they're wired different, that they're how should these women feel?
Okay, no, that's a good question. I think the woman should understand that a man is built that way. Now, I'm not saying that she's condoning anything that's going to let him, or or she's not going to let him do that or control him in that way and just say, hey, you're going to be a one-woman man. I think she has to understand the plight of the man. I think she has to understand that, and here it is. Be okay with not saying whatever comes down the pipeline, but I'm just saying she has to understand him. He has to understand her.
I get that. She has to understand him and understand her. But I'm still going back to the reason in what you were just saying as far as the men. Do you think this is this what men do? This is what they're going to do? Is it?
No,
is,
that don't
do
mean
they
that.
be? Do they have to feel a certain way towards this woman in order them to? Because then how long do these men be hunters?
I mean,
How long? I understand, because usually when you're young, it's like it's a stage.
It's
that
a
they're
hierarchy.
in.
Yeah.
Right, and they start out going to be, because they're young and they're gonna start being young hunters, and they're gonna they're wired different. I'm not quite sure a lot of women understand
Right.
that portion.
Okay.
But for the men out here that want their woman, that want to do right by their woman, and they don't want their woman to think that they're gonna, regardless what's in that woman's head, that he's wired different, that he's a hunter. Are you saying that the women should just plant that in their head? And these men a possibility just continue that hunting spree?
No, that's
Or
not.
I'm just saying.
He's not gonna be on a hunting spree all his life. If he
Is it a certain age?
at a certain age, it's the person. If he's gonna change for who he want to change, that man gonna change for who he want to change for, right? And so it don't matter if he 29, if he's 60, he still may have that hunter in him. I mean, I think we all got the line in it because we're born with it. But if you meet that person that you saying, hey, this is my queen, this is gonna be my ace for the rest of my life, I think they know how to turn that switch off, and it's just for you.
Right. Okay. I get that part now. Because first I was just looking at like.
I'm saying, but we always got the.
Right, I know, but I'm just saying. So you're saying that the women should just keep that in their head. Wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay.
That the women should keep that in their head. That okay, I got a man. And to be honest, I'm listening, thinking about that statement. That's why a lot of women, like, you know what? Then he ain't gonna do nothing. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
But that's not true.
Wait, I know it's not true, but I'm just saying that's how a lot of women think. If he cheated once, he always gonna be a cheater. And now they're hearing validation from another man that's saying that, oh, he's a hunter. The men are hunters.
Don't take that out of context.
They're wired different. So this woman that want to give that man a chance, an opportunity, like, okay, you see me and only me. But in the back of her mind, she continued thinking, oh, he wired different. He's a man. He's gonna be hunter. So that woman is not gonna never be comfortable.
Don't take it out of context, because we're wired that way. That's how we're wired. Let me give y'all.
That's why a lot of women just start dating women.
I mean, that's their choice, but let me
just as worse.
let me hit the women are just as worse.
Women just as
But
worse.
let me hit y'all. Let me hit y'all with this real quick. A male lion that's in captivity. You put him in captivity and you train him. And I'm just giving you an example on what I'm saying here. You give an example. You train him. He's trained. He sees and he ain't seen it. Train him. His owner and goes away and comes back 10 years later. All right, that lion still loves him, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he's still a lion. He can turn on you and eat you, right? So I'm just simply talking about how he's wired. But if he loves you, he still might eat you. I mean, that's just the nature of a lion. He still may eat you. So, you know, all in all, at the end of the day, and what I'm saying to you is, I just gave it. It's up to that person. Okay. It's up to that person. So, you know, I could love you. I can been out there doing my thing when I was younger, whatever the case may be. But we meet that person that we love and we want to take care of. We want to spend the rest of our life with. You can change for them.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted for women to, you know, to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So women don't think that, you know, the man is going to always be a hunter or whatever.
But nowadays,
if you have somebody that's trying to make you that you're their queen, allow them to make you your queen.
Yeah, allow them to do that. Yeah. I think in the relationship, you just have to have an open mind. If you had something triggered you from your last relationship where a gentleman may have cheated or you may have cheated, that's the old relationship. Leave it there. And because if you carry that back into the new one, I promise you're gonna have issues. So try and leave that. That's the past, right? You don't take the past into your current relationships. We got to learn how to disconnect. The key word is disconnect. We got to learn how to disconnect on all fronts, men and women is what I'm talking about. We got to learn to disconnect, and I think everybody will be fine. Any comments?
Yes. Someone calls it a microwave society.
I like it. I like that term.
Someone said yes, it can, as long as sex is. Oh, sorry, that was for the last one. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Someone says because healthy relationships aren't being broadcasted, but the toxic, dysfunctional relationships are. It's put out there.
That is true.
That is very true, and
So true.
that's what the world feeds off of now. Is the drama, is the dysfunctional ones. So it gives people something to talk about.
While you looking at that, I just did a post the other day. For those of you who follow me, and I said something to that effect. Whoever made that point, great point.
It is a great point.
I said, why does the dumb shit get 100,000 views, and the real shit get 5 views? And I think that was one of my posts. And as I've gotten into social media, I go through and look, and all I see is fighting and yelling and that dysfunctional stuff. And it got 100,000 views, and somebody who's speaking real facts about our history or something that's happening got 3 views. So that's all I'm saying about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They say it puts out there as if cheating was cool. You don't see a lot of talk and a lot of portrayal of healthy relationships and marriages. And what you do see is toxicity.
Yeah.
Women want it to be men. Women want it to be men.
Women want it to be
and
men.
ensure what they want to be, and everybody just. Oh, okay. No, women wanting to be men, and men they're unsure of what they want to be, and everybody just doing each other. The Huxtables don't exist anymore, which is so sad to say. But it's true. I've always said that the Huxtables don't exist anymore. And
very few families. Actually, I would say very few families.
Very few families, but very few. Very few.
Yeah.
It's not too many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says if a man cheats once on a woman, he most definitely will cheat on that same woman again.
Okay. I mean, and again, here, when statements and opinions come out, those are your opinions. We're not going to eat your lunch for that. That's one thing we're not going to do here. So we ain't toxic. So if you're looking for that rah-rah stuff, this ain't the channel. But
we're not here to go back and forth.
We're not here to go. We respect your opinion. That's
no
what
right
it is.
Answer.
No right answer. That's how you feel. We not mad at you for your answer. So we can only respect it, and that's what this what our platform is about you being able to share something and nobody jumping down your throat about it or cursing you out. You ain't gonna get that here.
Right.
We respect your answer. Whether we can agree to disagree, but that's your answer. We respect it.
Right. And and I think everybody needs to understand every woman is different and every man is different. So what you probably experience or what the next person experienced or family or friend have experienced, there's no saying the next person or somebody that's in front of you or is going to experience the exact same thing. Every relationship is experience is different.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Also, I know it says women are cheating more. I think we're just more blunt about it.
I think I think it's always happened. I think they was just
Yeah,
secretive.
I think we
Now
just
it's
kept it secretive because
now
that was
it's out in
now
the
it's like, okay, well,
That's true.
we're gaining that mentality. Like, men always, y'all broadcast it, y'all, it's in songs, it's in everything, and women still, we try to portray like, okay, still try to show like, let's not do that, but women, it's like we got tired of it at this point, so we're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna tell you that I'm doing it too. And then also another big thing too that also, it wouldn't really be cheating, but a lot of people are trying to introduce the poly relationship to like their poly status to
like what's the guy name?
Like Neo.
Right,
But there's other people too that it's a couple couples actually that have been going viral for their poly relationship.
I know.
One guy and like 3-4 women,
Mm-hmm.
and they're actually going viral with it.
Really?
Yep, they're going viral with it.
Back in the day, they didn't do that. I think
it happened back in the day.
I know,
It was
but
just
it was
secret.
more of a secret.
Yeah, so now it's like
right.
everything. It's not, nothing is a secret.
But
Nothing is
women are
gatekeeped
down for
anymore.
it these days.
Well, I think if that man can take care of all of them, so be it.
Yeah, that's I don't judge it.
Yeah,
but
I ain't judging them, so be it.
Certain women claim that they want to do it or they're down with the poly, and they're not. They're not mentally ready for it because that comes with that.
Yeah, that's a different mindset.
Poly relationship, you got to have a strong mentality
That's a
that
different
it's
mindset.
not going to work. And some men do it because it's like they want to feel like the man. They want to feel, oh, I got multiple women. In reality, the poly relationship don't mean having multiple women. That comes with a lot of structure if you really want to have a poly relationship.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's also like another
that's
reason.
something I don't understand because I know from a woman standpoint we are emotional creatures. So when you're in that type of relationship, even though you program your brain to like, okay, no, I'm not jealous, no, I don't, we're emotional. That's it.
But they won't be. Those women.
I know.
Those women won't be jealous who choose to get in that relationship. They've opened their minds to that, and so they've accepted it. I don't think they're jealous.
Well, we can agree to disagree on that still because, again, I'm a woman. I have
Depends.
I get it. That's you.
Even though your brain will say, I'm opening my brain to accept this, or whatever it is, what it is, I want this, this is what I want. But still, we're women.
Yeah, I see what
We're
you're saying.
women, and you see him giving somebody else, even if it's material. If you got 4 people and he whining Danny giving you all this, and you just sit there
Y'all
like,
getting the same thing.
Yeah, it can't be that way. Then that means someone
Y'all
is
all
lacking.
getting the
they
same
might
thing.
take turns, but if
You
the
might
man
have
is-
Monday. She got Tuesday. He got Wednesday. She got
It has
Wednesday.
to be an understanding though. So
Right.
if y'all all sit down together and have an understanding, everybody shake their head and be like, all right, this is cool.
Still,
I'm down
one
with
of
it.
the women is
You get a
still
few days.
gonna
You get a
be-
few days to rest.
Well, then that woman shouldn't, if she knows for a fact that she's not willingly or
Get a
not,
few days rest.
equipped to that, then she needs to speak up because that's going to throw the whole thing off.
Yeah. I
That's
think
gonna
these
throw
women.
the
I think the
entire
women.
I think I'll be wanting them to speak up.
Yeah, I think the ones who are involved
you
in
gotta
that.
speak up
I think.
and say because some women, I mean, most people think about it too. Some people try to be funny with it. I seen a post on it about 4 incomes is better than one. I agree with that.
Me too.
But yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Me too.
But it really just like can't nobody. There can't be favoritism. There can't be you doing one. You can't be doing more for one and not the
Right,
others.
right.
Like that's gonna throw the whole thing off, and that's gonna cause drama.
I know, but still, what different women have, everybody have different personalities. You know, one can be, you know, like me. I'm using me as I'm reserved, I'm laid back, but I'm spoiled at the same time. If I see you spoiling somebody else or whatever, regardless if my day tomorrow, I still want your stuff too.
Yeah. So
You know,
wouldn't
Yeah, that's
be
a
able
selfish
to-
part,
And,
yeah.
I mean, that's the stuff. I mean, but you know, to each his own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said with the cheating. Yeah, I was like the cheating. Women are just we just being more outspoken about it now about the cheating. Just because they're tired of letting men do something and we don't do anything about it. But then that's why I said that's when the poly relationships come in, and so it could prevent cheating from happening. So it's like you're not really cheating, but we're all in the same relationship.
Right. Okay. Any more comments on that?
Someone says no, sir. Definitely not trying to cause confusion. My apology if it seems that way. I think I don't think nobody was disagreeing with what he said.
No, I don't think they cause any confusion.
No,
We
no
were just
confusion.
saying we all can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
There's no confusion, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer on this. So we appreciate
Right.
your comment. It didn't cause no.
I mean, no confusion. Like I said, this ain't your answer. We respect your answer. We respect your opinions. Everybody's opinion. So that's what makes us different. We ain't
Right.
gonna argue with you. You feel how you feel. We can't do nothing but respect that, and and we go from there. So yeah, that's it's all good.
Yeah, someone says that they're not sharing. They said I ain't sharing.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know how to share.
I ain't sharing. Okay.
Yeah, the world we live in today is the share or be single. That's what it is. Pick one. Share or be single. So I'm speaking for my generation. Though I'm speaking for my generation. On the share or be single thing.
Okay.
I don't think no older people that's doing that. They're sharing stuff.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
not-
It may be.
I mean, the old, like our age.
Y'all age?
age,
Yes,
yeah.
there is.
You think they're doing it?
Yes,
Yeah,
there is.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
100%. No,
I think it's-
listen to your daughter. There is. Yes.
Yeah.
They in their
Yes.
50s doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I
Yes.
mean, like I said, that's
I
what
mean-
it is. That's more power to you. Let's see what we get. Any
Yes.
more comments or any comments over there?
No, that's the ones that I'm reading.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So is that was the last question of the night?
Yes.
Okay.
We have been going for an hour now.
Okay. Oh, it's only been an hour.
An hour and 1 minute.
Okay. All right, gang. Hey, so listen, we try and keep these to an hour. So if y'all could do me a favor, y'all, those of you who watching, if you watching, if you like what we're doing, hit the like button, the heart button, put a comment in there, something. If you watch it later, I'm saying the same thing because you ain't online with us. If you watch this later, if you turn this video on and watch it, try and give us a like, give us some feedback. We greatly appreciate it. That's all we're asking. We don't want to dime from you. We just want your
Share
time
us to your
and
group.
share it. That's all we asking, guys, and we're gonna keep bringing it to you. We see y'all on Sunday, and y'all have a.
Wait, I want
Oh, sorry. Let me. She can
to.
finish
You know
up.
I gotta have something to say. I want to say something that's is off topic, but I want to know if anybody. I would like for you to inbox my husband. I'm looking for a Shih Tzu. What's that the dog? A Shih Tzu. If someone is breeding these 10-pound dog, the little girly girl.
They ain't 10 pounds.
They about 10 pounds. I don't want a teacup. Just like a Shih Tzu or what's the other one? Mainly a Shih Tzu.
I don't know what. I don't know
I
what
don't
it
know.
is. Any small dogs you say?
Yeah.
No chihuahuas.
No Chihuahua. What is another one? I just lost.
Yorkie?
Yeah, a little Yorkie. And if you guys know someone who is breeding them, inbox my husband because my birthday is in January, and for my 55th birthday, I want this dog. So if anybody know, we can come pick it up. Just let us know. Yes. He got time to January. So inbox him, please. Let me know. Or share our live to the person who's breeding these dogs, who you know that have these dogs. And hit me up. This is a gift that I'm looking for.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Share us out.
Hey, deuces. Thank y'all for your time, gang. Appreciate you. Deuces.